Hello and welcome to episode number 900 trillion of the Selection Saturday Offseason Pod.
I don't think it's been that many.
April Fools! Oh my gosh, just got it near. Oh, it's not going to be April Fool's Day by the time we post this. Yeah, we were unfortunately on quite the journey, but it is episode 12, according to my counting, which is 99% correct.
I'm pretty sure it's 12.
Okay. I should really look at that before I start recording, but I never do. I don't really put it in my notes. I should put it in my notes. Anyways, I'm my co-host, Billy. April Fool's, guys. That's not my name.
And I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Josh.
Oh, wait.
That's
Billy.
not Josh.
Oh, gosh. Oh, April Fool's, bro. You just got pranked. Okay.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, it's time to get real serious. So, light episode today. We'll go to Oscar for the rundown, for the daily rundown, new segment, new Oscar segment, NOS. NOS.
Ooh, the NOS.
Got a new Oscar segment. Then we'll go over some NASCAR. We're probably gonna edit this a little bit to make it a little bit less, of a waste of time. Because right now, kind of the NASCAR segment is kind of a waste of time that is really not really ingenuitous, considering Josh doesn't watch and I barely even have the time to watch anymore, due to me working all the time and Sundays being my most busy day. I don't watch as much as I like to. But whether we scrap it all together or just revitalize it, we are still working on it. And then we'll end the day with golf, as always, the main event.
For now.
Yes. So, Oscar, you want to tell us some news?
So yeah, I have like I said earlier, I have a 3x5 index card that I'm working off of right now.
Mm-hmm.
That started from last Wednesday. So I've actually started last Thursday. First thing was Tiger Woods. I'm getting in that car crash.
Right.
Out of nowhere, by the way.
Well. I mean,
it was unexpected.
Oh.
In this day and age, kind of.
To what extent is it unexpected?
Anyway.
He has a history. Unfortunately for Tiger, he does have a history.
Unfortunately.
And, I mean, there's been a whole whirlwind of stuff. Now he's stepping down as Ryder Cup captain.
I did have that on the notes. Yeah. He's stepping down as Ryder Cup captain.
He's, not playing golf. He's going to a mental institution or whatever. Or stepping away from the game.
But, I mean, good for him.
Yes, good for him. Hope nothing but the best for him.
At least he's trying.
Hopefully it works out for him.
Yes.
What
else? Israel Adesanya. Kind of like a week. Anyway, Israel Adesanya. Yeah, that name. Lost his fourth fight in a row.
Yes.
I looked back at it. He hasn't won a fight since January 1st. He hasn't won a fight in almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Izzy definitely, at one point, one of the best UFC fighters in the game. Now, suffering a couple losses, he might be on the tail end of his career.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to see.
Yeah.
I remember him being all hyped up and everything. I didn't even know he was fighting until the day before the fight.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the dude's name at all. And I'm a big casual for UFC, but but yeah, I hadn't heard of the guy. And he
one other
he knocked him out.
The MLB season opened up the day we started the last episode actually. With the Giants Yankees game. Aaron Judge 0 for 5 by the way.
Yeah, so MLB season, I've gotten to catch a couple games these past few days, and nice to have baseball back, I'd say. Always a good time to put on a baseball game, go to a baseball game.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
I'd like to shout out the Brewers. They're 5-1 as of today, by the way, as of April 1st, 2026.
I know that the Orioles are treading 500, I believe. Just stole a game against the Rangers to avoid getting swept. Big fan of that.
And on the note of the MLB, I literally just wrote Sandy Alcantara.
Alcantara.
I'll be better with names, I promise. Sandy Alcantara, he had completed the first, he pitched a full game today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first one in the MLB season, so good for him.
Yeah, number one on real rating today. He had quite a bit of Ks too. I mean, he was playing the White Sox, and it was B2A. So
yeah, back on the White Sox for real quick. Brewers 20 outs in the first opening game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Mizorowski 11 outs or strikeouts. Record on opening day for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, I mean, Miz is an absolute stud.
And he pitched today against, I'm pretty sure they played the Rays today.
Yeah, he did pitch today. I remember seeing that.
I think. And I have a whole lot about football, but one more thing, and I loved seeing this. Alex Ovechkin, hat trick.
Wow.
Within the last week, I was very, very happy to see Alex Ovechkin get a hat trick. Might be the last time you see that. So
yeah.
I actually did not see that one.
I saw it pop up on my phone, and I was like, oh my God, I have to watch the game now, even though it was like 12 seconds left. It's like I had to see him throw the hats on for Ovi.
Well, good for Ovi. Local legend.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully he can stick around just one more year. I don't think he will, but it'd be nice.
For one more year every year. But
oh, yeah.
How are the Caps doing in terms of playoffs? Are they doing well?
They're on the fringes of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, I'm pretty sure they have to win out and have a few things happen, really.
Okay.
So it's looking like it may be a regular season ending to his career, which would suck.
Yeah.
But
well, you can't end your career like Peyton Manning. Not everyone can, unfortunately.
No. But if his career ends, I mean,
or Cooper Kupp,
storied career, or Cooper.
Maybe.
I hope not. I have his shirt now. Eastern Washington shirt. It was on clearance on Fanatics. Incredible. Can we talk about the Fanatics clearance sale real quick? What a steal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What a sale that was going on.
That's like a national holiday now.
Yeah. I'm so glad I found that. Because
I was very happy when I saw that text.
Yeah. I got a couple
there
shirts.
Was a ton of stuff.
I got a hat.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
I got 6 jerseys for like $45. Granted, I think like 4 of them were like youth XL, but that would fit me. So anything to make it cheaper, it's already cheap.
Oscar's not a large fella, unfortunately.
No.
But that's great in terms of clearance sales where they only have XL kids, XLs. And
no, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Now to the big meat of my my index card. Tom Brady, he had asked the NFL about possibly returning. They basically said, no, we don't want you.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I saw it earlier, within the last week. It was like Tom Brady was like, he asked if he could go back to the NFL, and they were just kind of like, no.
See, this is why obviously we have Oscar.
Obviously, it wasn't that cut and dry, but like, that was
why does he need the NFL's permission? I mean, I guess he retired.
I mean, he's also a partial owner of the team.
Oh, right. Yeah. And I guess the commentary booth thing isn't a whole, like, set in stone thing, considering Jeff Saturday went from the booth to the calling plays. So I feel like there's a whole lot that actually went into it that I didn't bother to read, which, I mean, to be fair, if he was coming back, I definitely would have read into it, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably a whole lot of legal reason, so... The NFL held their annual meetings in Arizona this week, yes, and oh my, there was a lot of stuff that came out of it that I loved writing down. Okay. There's no longer going to be doubleheaders on Monday Night Football. Okay, so we're done with the Monday Night doubleheaders. We are done with the Monday Night doubleheaders, I think that's probably a good thing, because usually it was either 2 really trash teams going at it, or 1 really good game, and then, like, the Buccaneers. Yeah, no, I always saw the Bucs on the Monday Night doubleheaders, and I was like, what? They're always playing on Mondays. Mm-hmm. It's because of Baker, which is kind of shocking to say, but... Sorry. There's going to be 3 games on Christmas now. 2 of them are going to be on Netflix, and then there's going to be another one on Fox. Okay. Which is nice. They're not all going to be on streaming services. That is, I agree. I mean, Christmas, widespread tradition. Not everyone's got Netflix, okay? Despite what all the people might think, there's a lot of people who don't have Netflix, so... Oh, yeah. Puka Nacua, he checked into rehab, actually, earlier today. Yeah, I got the notification for that. What happened?
I didn't read into it exactly because I was in my car when I got the notification. But it's definitely something that I'm very interested in. I hope nothing but the best for him, obviously.
Yeah.
But I wasn't all too surprised given all the controversy that he's been part of these last couple of months.
Yes. Puka Nacua has had a crazy NFL career so far. I mean,
oh yeah,
just nuts.
Great player on the field, but he's interesting off of it.
Very interesting.
And then, thankfully, this was said before April Fool's Day, I believe, at least. Aaron Glenn, actually, yeah, I saw I watched the press conference.
Glenn is a good coach.
Aaron Glenn had said, basically in a nutshell, that Geno Smith will lead the Jets to the promised land.
So, I think actually a previous Jets owner said that, and that was the one that drafted him.
I wasn't
Jets head coach.
I wasn't 100% sure what the promised land is for the Jets. I saw something that said 5-11 would be like Christmas.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you take a look at that roster, and you're like, wow, I've seen this movie for the past 5 years. What's so different about this one? Oh, instead of Justin Fields, we have Geno Smith. Whoop-de-doo. Worked for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Geno Smith homecoming.
Yeah.
No, but the thing about the Seahawks is they got a quarterback when he was actually doing good. They got Geno Smith when he was on his fall down.
Yeah.
The Seahawks got Sam Darnold when he was on his rise up.
Well, I mean, Geno Smith was a nobody when
he was kind of a nobody.
Yeah.
He was getting there. And then I think this is the last thing that I at least remember because I didn't write it down, but I remember writing it in my computer search bar. Kirk Cousins has drawn interest from Sean McVay because Sean McVay, I think he said it at the meetings. He was he's interested in signing Kirk Cousins. And then Brian Gutekunst, the GM for the Packers as well, which is probably why I saw this so quickly, said he was also interested in signing Kirk Cousins as kind of a backup veteran role to Jordan Love.
Man,
is Kirk Cousins really that bad?
Yeah, he kind of is.
I mean, he's definitely not good.
Who would you start him over? Be honest, honestly. Tyler Shuck? No, I'd start Tyler Shuck over Kirk.
Geno Smith?
Yeah.
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 Who the Dolphins got at quarterback?
Well, right now
Malik Willis.
Yeah, right now they Malik Willis. I'd start Malik Willis over.
I'd start Malik Willis over Kirk.
I might.
Oh, I said Josh.
Oh, I said gosh, yeah.
What about the Cardinals?
Well, they don't have anyone right now. Their starter's Jacoby Brissett, which I mean, he's not a starter. He's a bridge.
Yeah, he is the bridge.
Well, Teddy Bridgewater's the bridge.
Oh well, yeah.
And then to end it on something more recent, March Madness, obviously, my little rundown of it.
Of course.
I was watching the Houston game, like my life depended on it, because they were in my Final Four. And the only things I wrote down, they started the game 0-for-7. They took almost 5 minutes to make a single basket. And it wasn't even in a three. It was just a routine layup. And I didn't write down the whole thing for the game, but they went 9-for-33 in the first half. So...
Yeah, not a very good showing for
No, not at all. I
Houston.
wasn't surprised seeing them lose. Of course, that was the Sweet 16, I believe. Yeah. And then I wrote down game of the tournament was Duke and UConn because...
dude, I wish I wasn't working during that game. Although I also would have gotten so heated.
That was a game to watch. I had Duke winning in the bracket, so I was torn apart seeing that outcome. But I still see the shot on my For You page on everything, and it happened over the weekend. So it was an amazing game. Other than that, there weren't actually. Purdue Texas was pretty good. Texas kept it close.
Purdue Texas,
and that was really it.
Right
for this weekend in college basketball.
Dude, I watched a couple of Sweet 16 and Elite 8 games, but I was working for basically half of them. So I watched a lot of Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, that quadrant. I watched most of their games. And then I watched the quadrant with Arizona and Purdue. So that would be the West. Kind of shocking that Arkansas couldn't take advantage of Arizona.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised by it, too. I mean... Arkansas didn't look good.
They didn't look good. They didn't look good at all. I'm going to be honest. I mean,
really?
They scored 88 points, but, I mean, the game was over by, like, 10 minutes left in the second, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly.
And then I do want to talk about Michigan really quickly, because I remember on this podcast them being shunned for letting up 80 to Howard.
Yeah, no,
and how Alabama
look really
was
good.
They held Alabama looked like the favorite, but
to 77, which is a normal college basketball score. You don't do that to Alabama.
Michigan held their own. They held their water. They're in the Final Four.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be between them and UConn. So
I think no way either UConn or Illinois pulls off a 2-seed or 3-seed. It's going to be one of the 1 seeds winning it all, and it's probably going to be Michigan. I think the national championship is basically Arizona-Michigan.
I do think that the Arizona-Michigan game is going to be a very good game, but if I had to choose between UConn and Illinois, I think UConn has a better chance to beat Michigan, honestly. Because I firmly believe that momentum is definitely something that drives a team to win. And after the Elite Eight game against Duke, UConn is like on the highest of high right now. So you really have to take them. You have to knock them down a couple steps if you're Illinois.
I feel like the strongest region being the East, I feel like it was a really weak region. I think, especially since Duke didn't bring their A game, I think UConn kind of just stumbled through. And to be fair, Illinois, let's see, Penn, obviously they would win that. Then they played VCU. There was no chance of them getting past the round of 32. Houston, known chokers. Iowa, a 9 seed. Now they play UConn.
They're UConn.
I feel like whoever comes out of those two, I mean, and then we look at UConn real quick. Furman, hell no. I mean, they only beat them by 11. UCLA.
It was no. That game was close for a while. I remember that.
Yeah, that game was close for a while. The score does not reflect what that game really was.
Mm-hmm. Michigan State, decent team, decent players. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of trust in that unit.
They're like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Duke, who was just stumbling themselves throughout the entire tournament. It was basically who could throw away the game the best.
I mean, clearly Duke literally threw the game away.
Caden Boozer, unfortunately, did throw away the game after carrying Duke because no one else would pick up the slack.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks, man. It sucks for Duke because it sucks for Caden because now he's going to get just completely trolled on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, he's always going to be Cameron Boozer's little brother at this point,
and Carlos Boozer's son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's written in stone at this point.
And Braylon, what was his name? Bray, the person who shot the game winner.
Oh,
good question.
Braylon Mullins. Braylon Mullins' son.
Well, that's all I had that I could think off the top of my head and off my 3x5 index card. So, unless you guys want to add anything on to the new segment.
Josh, do you have anything?
When you look at those 4 hold on, scroll down. When I look at these 4 teams, are these the 4 best teams in college basketball?
I think 2 of the 4 are.
Well, yeah, Arizona and Michigan are 2 of the 4 best. UConn and Illinois, I do not believe so.
I think you can make a case for Illinois.
I don't think so.
I think the Final Four. Hold on, go up. Keep going up. All right. I think. I can't even say that.
Yo, who actually watched Arizona versus Utah State? I feel like it didn't happen.
I did.
I don't know who I would replace UConn with because I would say Duke, but UConn beat Duke.
Well, they should have. They should have beat UConn if they didn't have that terror. They didn't literally throw the game away.
I mean, I feel like St. John's could have replaced UConn, honestly.
Oh, no, not Johnny's.
I would no, not even Arkansas. And I was gonna say Purdue, but Purdue lost by 15. I don't know.
Would you replace them with Florida?
Heck nah.
I think Florida, if they had made it to that game against Illinois, would have won, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we should have had an all 1 seed Final Four. They got the 1 seeds correct. They were the 4 best teams, and I don't think it was particularly close. But obviously, March Madness is a whole different beast.
I think
they're going to lose a game.
Florida. I would say Iowa State. They should have beat Tennessee. I can't believe it.
Iowa State definitely should have beat Tennessee. I was surprised by that outcome. I was like, what the?
They scored 108. Weak. All right, whatever. All right, that's all I had to say.
Do you have anything, Nick?
No, I think I said everything that I had on my mind in terms of the stuff you brought up today.
All right, because, that's all I had written on the card, so...
All right, so I guess that's it for the Oscar segment, and now he'll be leaving and hopefully returning next week. So don't worry, we're not getting rid of Oscar ever.
Absolutely not. No, I'm going to come back with another 3x5 index card.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it.
We love the index cards. Everyone loves them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Comment index card if you really love the index cards, guys.
I mean, I have to get through my index cards. I think I still have like 60 or something.
Okay.
And I have a month left, so I have to buzz through them.
Well, get to writing, man. Or I guess get to researching. There's not a whole lot to write right now, considering, you just...
I spilled the beans over the last week, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar.
Everyone say thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar.
All right, there we go.
You are very welcome.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right. See ya.
All right. What a guy.
Do you want to do the NASCAR segment?
I mean, I'm going to be guessing, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll skip over it.
Okay. Sounds good.
We're not losing a whole lot of insight there.
Yeah.
I could go over it. It's at Bristol. It's the Food City 500. I think Denny Hamlin's going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. And with that, we are here at the Valero Texas Open, the last stop before the Masters. Everyone's playing this tournament. You got Chan Kim. You got not David Lipsky. He withdrew. Not Pearson Cootie. Not Nikolai Højgaard. You got Joel Damon. He's playing. Jackson Suber.
He's super.
Everyone's playing this tournament, man. I guess I'll start with my 5.
All right.
My number 5 is going to be Maverick McNeely, plus 470 for a top 5. So a theme you will see here is that I'm all in on the scramblers. Okay, people are going to miss greens at Valero. Not Valero. That's the company at TPC San Antonio. It's bound to happen. They're going to miss the greens, but that's what separates the best from the worst. You've got the people who will fall down the leaderboard because they get in the sand, they get in the rough, and suddenly they're not hitting their greens in reg. They're forced to scramble, and they're just not rising to the top. If you're a guy like Hideki Matsuyama, for example, I'm not picking him, but just because recent form, don't love him. And every time I pick Hideki, he does terrible. So, you can get behind in the count, in a sense, and then still save par, or even birdie if you really want to. I don't know if it's, So yeah, that's my long-winded buzzword approach of how I'm doing the Valero Texas Open. And Maverick is one of those scramblers that I really like. He was T3 at the Valero Texas Open last year. And outside of a few off tournaments, he's been really solid the past few. So.
All right. My 5. Wait, did we even go over scores?
Should probably go. Oh, Oscar needs to know. Oscar needs to know the score from the F1.
Did we get him back?
You can probably text him.
Yeah. Text him to come back.
If he wants.
If he wants.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right.
I guess we'll start with
golf because
NASCAR. You killed me. I'm down by like 36 points. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. The golf. I don't believe you got points. No, you did. You did.
Yeah, because
You had
Fitzpatrick. Or no, not Fitzpatrick.
You had who did you? You had Minwoo in your top 5.
I did.
He ended up getting top 5 for you. I had Nikolai Højgaard in my top 5. He did that. And not only that, but he was also the top Nordic. I apologize to Pontus Nyholm. He once again did really well. Sorry. Nikolai Højgaard got me a total of, where is the odds? 750 points.
And look who's back.
Would you look at that? It's like it's next week already.
Oh my gosh, y'all got a real treat. So yeah, F1 scores from last week or 2 weeks ago. So I'm just finding my way around here, you know. This is great. Let's start with Oscar actually. Oscar, you got Kimi Antonelli in second. He did win the race, so you get 3 points for that.
Mm-hmm.
You got Charles Leclerc on the money with number 3. Verstappen, I believe, placed 8th, so you picked him 7th.
He did place 8th, yes.
So good on that. You picked Nico Hülkenberg to get 12th. I believe he got 13th.
No, he got 11th.
11th?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he got 11th.
I was
You were
underrating my goat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nico. Gabi Bortoleto got like 15th or something, and you picked him 14th. So
he got 13th.
13th. Man, I'm sorry for the Audi. I'm so sorry. You got Valtteri Bottas on the money in 19th.
I knew it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah. And you got Pity Stroll points. He got 21st.
I knew that was going to happen at some point, too.
Yeah. Josh?
Are you... Oh, wait. That's not that bad.
You had Charles Leclerc in second. What an idiot. And he actually got third. You got Lewis Hamilton on the dot at 6th. You had Verstappen as well at 7th. So you're at like 11 points at this point.
Yep.
Then a pretty big gap, actually.
All right. Screw
Then you get Sainz and Colapinto in 14 and 15, and they are kind of on that border, so there you go.
They flip-flopped.
Yeah. And then another huge gap. You took a gamble on Alonso getting 19th, P19.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was close. And Lance Stroll getting P20. He got 21st, so overall, you got close on a lot of these.
But no cigar. Well, only one cigar. Hamilton's my cigar. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, Max Verstappen, we don't know what's going on with Red Bull. I don't know what's going on with Red Bull. You clearly do.
I think I can tell you what's going on.
Yeah. So maybe not picking Verstappen to win again. But I got Charles Leclerc in third, perfectly. Lando Norris, I picked to get 6th and 5th. He got 5th. Yeah, because y'all were underrating Norris, and I'm like, heck nah, bro. Then Lewis Hamilton, I picked in 7th. He got 6th. Little gap. Then I got Liam Lawson. I picked him 10th. He got me 3 points there. Esteban Ocon in 11th. I got 3 points there. And then I perfectly got Isaac Hadjar at P12. So I believed in Max, did not believe in Hadjar, and it ended up really working out for me somehow. So then we go down to 16. I got Checo Perez points again. Checo Perez is a money machine for me. I'm just printing points with Checo Perez. He's got me 6 total
somehow
points.
Not finishing. People keep crashing or something during the race.
Yeah. And
then you have both Aston Martins just not wanting to work.
Exactly. You got to think about that kind of thing. Not Valtteri. Unfortunately, he did not get me any points. But Checo Perez, what a wheelman, getting me some points here in the terrible Cadillacs. And then I got Fernando Alonso perfect at 18. That was a gamble. And good for Fernando, you know? Didn't even practice in free practice number 1, right? It was Jack.
Yeah, but he had it. It was because he was having his mini Fernando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Oh. I'm very sorry.
And then I got Lance Stroll points for picking him P20. So, that leaves us at a very interesting spot. Oscar, you were unfortunately still in last at 46.
I figured.
But you're hot on Josh's tail. You only are separated by 3 points. He has 49. But then, in a 13-point gap, is me with 62. I'm doing so great.
Because you keep picking Sergio Perez like one off, and he somehow, by the miracle of everything he can do, get you that position.
Yeah, Checo Perez makes me happy. Let's go Cadillac. All right, thank you, Oscar.
All right.
Did you ever pick your 5th place?
I was about to.
Okay.
My 5th place, is Rio Hisasune. Dude, I don't even know what to say about these guys anymore because I feel like I say the same thing every time. But
maybe you should write some notes.
Yeah. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I know.
But I still win.
That's true.
He's like top 3 in fantasy points right now. Yeah, I think he's top 3 in Eagles. No, not Eagles. Birdies. Which honestly, that's more effective than being top 3 in Eagles.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure Sahith is still top 3 in Eagles.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
What's his odds?
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be A. Wait for it.
Wow. Okay, I'll just move on right now real quick. My number 4 is my biggest long shot, I believe. Yes. I'm hopping on the Yellowwood train. Sudarshan Yellamraju. Plus 960. These past few tournaments, he has separated himself with the putting on the Poetry of Greens. Here in the southern U.S. Coming off a T5 and a T6 in his last 2 tournaments. He's never played here, but I'm going to ride the hot hand with the Canadian.
All right. Yes. Rio is 640.
Okay.
My 4, first time ever picking him.
Oh.
Maverick. McNeely.
Maverick.
All right. I'm taking, I do this every time. Gotta try out someone new.
Yeah. New toy.
Not the Roy toy.
Not the Roy toy. Never. I guess you're not. Are you ever going to take the Roy toy, do you think?
Probably not. Maybe I'll take Kiefer next time. I have a little hint.
Whoa.
Okay. No, but...
Actually, fun fact about Kiefer. He's played this course a lot. He basically lives in the area.
Maybe I should pick him. No,
you should pick young Kiefer.
Mav McNeil. Does he has a spot in the Masters, right?
I'm pretty sure he's like top 10 in the official world golf rankings. Okay. Or at least he was at the beginning of the year. So I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he also won last year.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
He's good.
Yeah, because I was going to try to get the guys that are really fighting for their spot in the Masters, but...
I don't think Maverick McNeely has any motivation other than the fact that he is from the area. That's a huge guess. Let's find out. Absolutely not. Sorry, y'all. From California. Maverick just sounds like a Texas name.
Maverick.
I'm sorry, Maverick McNeely. I failed you. My number 3 is going to be Ludwig Oberg, plus 315. Kind of chalky, but, I always pick Ludwig. There's a set of guys that I always pick here, and I'm sure if you religiously watch this podcast, you know who my top 3 are. I like Ludwig's upside on long par 5s, and when he's on the long par 5s, he has the ability to scramble. Ever since he got sick and completely shot the bed, he's kind of been on a tear. T37, T20, T3, T5. Unfortunately, he has 2 missed cuts and a T14, pretty good, at TBC San Antonio. I'm just banking on him to not get sick and die on the course, and I think we should see a good Ludwig event here as the Masters approach, which he should be in.
Yes. All right, my numero 3 will be
Trilingual.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. Man, I really need to start getting some stats.
Yeah, you're kind of getting frame mugged every time.
Yeah, but I'm winning.
Yeah, that's true.
So who really is frame mugging me?
Yeah, that's fair. I just got frame mugged again. Yeah. It's basically whoever. If you don't know what you're doing, you're bound to win on here.
Mm-hmm.
Other than in college football, where I won, because I knew I was the one typing up the notes. But I don't know what I'm doing with F1. I'm winning that. You don't know what you're doing in NASCAR. You're winning that. You don't know what you're doing with golf. You're winning that. Well, I'm not. That sounds mean, but. My number 2, Siwoo Kim, plus 375. Guys, when do I not love Siwoo? I've picked Siwoo so much since the beginning of the year. He's only seen intermediate success since his tear at the start of the year, but I can't get off of him. It's Siwoo, man. I'm seeing some decent wind on the forecast upcoming here. He's one of the best ball strikers in windy conditions in the field. His course history here has unfortunately been a very mixed bag, so we don't know what we're getting out of Siwoo. I think he's got upside for that top 5. I'm not too ballsy. I just know he'll make the cut. At least I'm fairly confident.
Okay. My 2, you know, is if there's a guy I know on this list, it's Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
I can tell you about him. He's won a tournament. Correct?
Did Siwoo
win?
win?
No. He got second, third. Man, that's embarrassing. He got second and then third. He's got a bunch of top 5s. He is top 5 in birdies, definitely. He is top 5 in on-green percentage. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, gotta go with him. I haven't picked him in a while.
Really? Okay. Well, actually, we can probably... Siwoo has been mentioned 16 times in this document. You picked him at the Players 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, that's been long. Back when you were picking to hit the gala every week. My goodness. Guys, take a wild guess at who I'm picking at number 1.
I couldn't tell you.
Russell Henley. My name is Russell. Plus 1,800. Who else? I mean, when have I not... My first pick to win of the season was Russell Henley. I've not gotten off of Russell Henley since the beginning of the year. I mean, he's the definition of consistency. We know his driving prowess. He doesn't drive it into the rough. He won't even need to scramble. But even if he does, he's a very good scrambler. He last played here in 2024, got 4th place. What not to love? Home run pick here, Russell Henley.
Yeah, all right. My number 1, Thomas Fleetwood.
Tommy Ladd.
Winner, PGA last year.
Yeah. Bags Cup.
Kind of a silent winner.
Well, yeah, because he hadn't won all season and then finally, grabs that win. First win on American soil. And it's the biggest one of his career.
Yeah. Sorry. That's a 14.25, the highest. Or the lowest.
Top of the board.
Gotta go top. Yeah.
Last place. I always go bottom of the board here. But they're at the bottom of the board for a reason. Okay. Austin Wiley. His only result on the PGA Tour website is a missed cut at the Vedanta World Mexico Open in 2024, for those unfamiliar. That is an alternate field event, which means you've got 80 guys who are already playing a better event. So your best player is like Carl Phillips. And you're missing that cut. Yeesh. And that's your only result? Not going Austin Wiley here. Well, I am going Austin Wiley for my last place pick.
All right, my last place.
Scroll to the bottom of that board.
Yep. Of course, you picked the last guy.
I told you.
Well, then I'll just go Charlie.
Charlie Crockett.
Give me Charlie Crockett, the Crockpot.
He's got a few tournaments he's been playing in Egypt. I don't know what tournament he's on or what tour he's on, but like he's played like a lot of tournaments in Egypt from what I could tell. That's very interesting. Charlie Crockett.
Charlie Crockett.
Okay. And then the oddball. Everyone loves the oddball pick.
Of course.
So what I'm doing is I'm kind of cheating. Russell Henley to win by 1 stroke or more, basically not to win in a playoff at the same odds. Mm-hmm. I really like Russell Henley this week, so I'm doubling down basically. Mm-hmm. So now I get 3,600 points if Russell Henley wins.
Yep.
So that's my strategy.
All right. Well,
so I don't have an in-depth analysis like I did for Top Nordic for Nikolai Oygaard last week.
Yep. All right.
Great guy.
I want to look
Great name.
at some groups
or nationalities.
Groups, but they didn't have any interesting ones. So let's look at the dual forecast. Give me. So this is 1 and 2, right?
This is either 1 and 2 or 2 and 1.
Okay. Give me Tommy and Siwoo for the dual forecast. This would be huge. That's 20,000.
All right. Well, Josh has put in his lottery ticket. Let's see if he can cash it. Thank you for listening. Josh, I guess it's your turn to send us off. If you want to just...
I'm going to be serious with this one.
Okay.
Everyone, follow your heart, because you are the only one who should decide what you should do.
Oh.